If you're spending your life pleasing other people, stop doing it, watch this video and start unlocking a whole new level of self-expression and happiness in life. Over the years that I've been coaching people with social anxiety disorder, one common theme that I've seen across people from all over the world, both men and women, is that they have a tendency towards people pleasing. And this was absolutely the case with me. I was a submissive little doormat. I used to work in a kindergarten. My boss would scam me. She ran off in the middle of the night and never paid me. Other people manipulated me to do things for them. I just had no way of saying no. And I was living my whole life on other people's terms to try and get the approval of other people. And I became a spineless little doormat who no one respected. So if that sounds like something that you can relate to, you need to watch this video to the end, because that is no way to live your life and you've got to stop it. So if you do recognize that you're a people pleaser, that probably means that you're very high on the agreeableness scale. And that means that you don't like to push back against other people. You don't like having confrontation. You don't like having difficult conversations. Now, I'm going to give you one piece of advice in this video that is going to start moving you out of this people-pleasing cycle. There's going to be two things that you need to do this. First of all, you're going to need a pen and paper. And then secondly, you're going to need some bravery. So first of all, after watching this video, I want you to write down all the ways, big and small, that you people please in your life. So it might be saying yes to stuff at work and taking on more work than you want to do just to please your boss. It might be small things like never expressing your true opinion in a conversation and pushing back against someone who has a different opinion to you. Whatever it is, just scribble it all down on a piece of paper, have a mind dump, and make a list of the ways that you are people pleasing. Secondly, I want you to start sifting them out and grading them in terms of small to large, okay? So a small one might just be nodding and going along with stuff in a conversation that you don't agree with. A big one might be telling your boss that you don't want to do that overtime because you want to spend more time with your family. Now, the second step is more difficult because this is where I want you to take some action, and this is going to require bravery. I want you to put these things into this people-pleasing hierarchy and start taking steps towards addressing them. If the first item on your list, like pushing against people in a conversation, is even too big of a step to start with, then I want you to take a step back and do something that is easier. Now, a good example of this was I had one client who was such a people pleaser, he couldn't say no to anything. Even if people offered him free samples in a supermarket, he'd be drinking the free drinking yogurt, even though he doesn't want to have sugar and he doesn't even like to drink drinking yogurt. He would take these free samples just because he didn't want to say no to the people giving out samples. So if that sounds like you, I want you to start in the smallest possible ways, okay? So it could even be in a coffee shop. If somebody offers you a promotion, do you want to try our new house blend beans? You just say no thank you, all right? Rather than going along with stuff. Or giving tips. Stop giving the highest tip in the restaurant if you feel the service wasn't very good. And that's actually a real life example from another client in Seattle who would always just give the maximum tip regardless of how the service was. So start tuning in to these little ways that you're just going along with stuff and being too nice. Start tuning into your real feelings and start pushing back. Start saying no. If you buy an item of clothing that you're not satisfied with, instead of just throwing it in the wardrobe because you're too scared to take it back, take it back. Start stating your true opinion. And this is also really a journey in authenticity. You've got to tune into what your true thoughts and feelings are and then start expressing that. And I understand this sounds quite scary now, but it is a process, becoming more authentic and more honest and saying what you really mean, regardless of whether other people are going to like it or not. This is a process and it is a journey. But two small things you can start with right after watching this video. Grab your pen, grab your paper, have a brain dump of all the ways that you are people pleasing. Start sifting them into a hierarchy and then start taking some action, start pushing back. Stop being so agreeable. Start saying no to people in the smallest possible ways and start building up to bigger ways. And I'm telling you now, no can be one of the sweetest words in the English language when you learn how to say it appropriately and at the right time. Because if you've had a life of being a people-pleasing doormat, it is seriously exciting and seriously liberating when you start pushing back, saying no in the right way at the right time. And it will also change the way that people look at you, and you will see this very quickly because people start to have more respect for you. And this is because people respect other people with healthy boundaries. The whole people-pleasing cycle is totally counterproductive because while you think you're getting people's approval, you're actually not. You're just allowing them to manipulate you. And every time they transgress your boundaries, they lose a bit of respect for you in the process. So it's not doing you any favors anyway. So as I say, please go ahead, take those steps that I've already outlined, leave a comment below and let me know how you get on with that, because I would love to hear. And if you're interested in tackling more of this stuff like setting appropriate boundaries, overcoming your fears, then hit the link below. We can jump on a call and I'll talk to you more about how I work with people who've got social anxiety disorder.